What is going on, folks? It is Rigor Mortis. We are back with yet another video, and today we are talking about the cryptocurrency market. Guys, a lot to talk about in today's video, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. First and foremost, I'm seeing morale at an all-time low, sentiment at an all-time low, risk appetite at an all-time low. People are sick and tired of this cryptocurrency market, so much so that I'm seeing people all over Twitter/X saying they are done for right now and they are going to wait for better market conditions. I think that is very dangerous at this point in the market. Now, for my base case, I think we still have a lot more room to run, but we have to play it smart. We know the story when it comes to Bitcoin. Bitcoin made this amazing move. I mean, you can't have a move like this and tell me we're not in a bull market. This is just absolutely phenomenal. So Bitcoin made this huge move going into the election, and since then, we have just been chopping around. Well, this is exactly what we wanted to happen. We wanted Bitcoin to make this massive move, and then we wanted to see it stabilize in order to have some of that liquidity trickle down into altcoins, into good plays in order for us to really make the highest yield. Well, that didn't necessarily happen. We started to catch glimpses of it back in December, but then all of our hopes and dreams were absolutely crushed by the Federal Reserve. And so what is on the horizon that makes me so bullish that we will still have altcoin season? First and foremost, I think if Bitcoin stays around this level for the rest of the bull run, I would personally have no problem with that. If we get between a 98 to 100K Bitcoin and it just stabilizes there, and we start seeing altcoins outperform Bitcoin at that level, I think we can see some massive gains in Ethereum and other alts. The other scenario is that Bitcoin continues to eat up a lot of this liquidity and we have a delay in altcoin season. A lot of factors go into that as well. But I think, as my base case, that Bitcoin will continue to chop for quite some time and eventually liquidity will flow into alts. A lot of people are saying, is this the bottom or the top? I think it could potentially be the bottom because I'm still seeing institutions continue to buy into Ethereum. I'm still seeing countries still buy into Ethereum. And I think it still has a lot more room to grow. We just need to find out when we will have some clearance essentially from the Federal Reserve to really give Ethereum enough breathing room to make that big run. What does that look like? First and foremost, we know inflation is at an all-time high. It's been coming down, going up, but inflation is pretty darn high. I shouldn't say all-time highs, but it's pretty darn high. Meaning what? The Federal Reserve is very cautious when it comes to cutting rates. Now you're saying, rigor mortis, all this mumbo jumbo about the Federal Reserve and macroeconomics, man, get to the point. Well, the point is this. Ethereum can't really make that big run unless the Federal Reserve is dovish, meaning that they want to cut interest rates, meaning that they want to ease instead of tighten, meaning that we have a good macroeconomic climate that's more of a tailwind working with us than a headwind working against us. We caught glimpses of that back in December. This is exactly the move that we wanted Ethereum to make. It hit 4.1K and then boom, we got crushed by the Fed. A lot of people are saying, well, Bitcoin didn't get crushed by the Fed. Well, guess what? Bitcoin can actually do relatively well with a bad macroeconomic climate. We don't necessarily need the Federal Reserve to be cutting rates. We don't necessarily need quantitative easing in order for Bitcoin to have a massive run. But when it comes to the riskier assets, Ethereum in particular, we really didn't see a big run in Ethereum in previous bull markets unless the Federal Reserve was easing. So that is what I am personally looking out for. When is that going to happen? We thought that was going to happen Q1, Q2 of 2025, and it was going to be this glorious bull run. I think that's going to be slightly delayed. We're just being realistic here. We're not being bearish, we're being realistic, and we're setting realistic expectations, goals, and targets. I think instead of late Q1, early Q2, it might be a late Q2, early Q3 move. Now, I could be wrong. We could have a massive white swan event that swoops in and nullifies everything I'm talking about in this video. That's why you have to go out and do your own research before investing in anything I talk about on my channel, as these videos are for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. A white swan event could definitely turn things around, but just as fast, a black swan event could turn things around as well and completely nullify everything, all of my base cases when it comes to this video. But I think we still have a lot more upside. Now, do I think Bitcoin is going to make a massive run to 250K, 300K this year? I don't think so. I think 150 to 175K is on the table, but again, I would not be mad about Bitcoin chopping around at the 100K level or so and giving some liquidity to Ethereum and other alts when the Federal Reserve finally decides to cut rates and employ quantitative easing. That's a lot to digest. But all I'm trying to say is right now, we don't have all the factors working with us. Yeah, sure, there's a lot of bullishness when it comes to cryptocurrency, staking ETFs for Ethereum, ETFs for Solana, meme coin ETFs. There's a lot to be excited about. And I think that will propel us higher. But if we really want to see that blow off the top, Ethereum just doing massive numbers, that liquidity trickling down to all of those alts, and we really have a great meme coin season, way better than the one that we had late last year, I really think we have to have all the factors truly line up. So that's all to say that we need to weather the storm. It could be choppy here, but I think if we are able to endure, on the other side of all of this is some absolutely glorious gains. That is all I have for you guys in today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. It's been your boy Rigor Mortis. I'm out the scene, folks. Peace out.